20 garden foods that keep your brain sharp after 50. Most people spend a lot of time worrying about their heart, their joints, their weight. But very few people think about their brain until something starts to feel off. The forgetfulness, the brain fog, the moments where you walk into a room and completely forget why you went there. What if some of the most powerful brain-supporting foods on the planet were already sitting in your backyard? Or could be. After 50, the brain needs a little more support than it did in your 20s. That's just biology. But the good news is, what you eat plays a massive role in how sharp, focused, and clear-headed you feel as you age. Scientists have spent years studying the connection between diet and brain health, and the findings keep pointing to the same kinds of foods, real, whole, natural foods, many of which you can grow yourself. 1. Blueberries. If there's one food that comes up again and again in brain health research, it's blueberries. These little berries are packed with compounds called flavonoids, particularly a type known as anthocyanins. That's what gives them their deep blue color. Studies have found that anthocyanins may help support memory and slow age-related cognitive decline. They work by reducing oxidative stress in the brain and improving communication between brain cells. You can eat them fresh off the bush, toss them into oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or freeze them for later. Kale has had its moment in the spotlight, and honestly, it deserves it. This dark leafy green is one of the most nutrient-dense vegetables you can grow. When it comes to brain health, kale is especially valuable for its vitamin K content. Vitamin K plays a role in building fats in the brain called sphingolipids, which are an important part of brain cell structure. Kale also contains lutein, a nutrient that's been associated with better cognitive function in older adults. Research suggests that people who eat more leafy greens like kale tend to have slower mental aging. 3. Spinach. Spinach is another leafy green that deserves a regular spot on your plate. It's rich in folate, a B vitamin that supports the production of neurotransmitters. Those are the chemical messengers your brain uses to communicate. Low folate levels have been associated with cognitive decline and even depression. Spinach also provides magnesium, iron, and vitamin E, all of which support healthy brain function. It grows quickly in cooler weather, and you can harvest leaves within a few weeks of planting. Whether you eat it raw in salads, blend it into smoothies, or cook it lightly with garlic and olive oil, spinach is one of the simplest and most effective additions to a brain-healthy diet. 4. Rosemary. Here's one that surprises a lot of people. Rosemary isn't just a herb for seasoning your chicken. There's actually some interesting research around a compound in rosemary called rosmarinic acid. Studies have explored how even the scent of rosemary may support alertness and memory, but eating it matters too. Rosemary contains antioxidants that may help protect brain cells from damage caused by oxidative stress. It's also been studied for its potential role in supporting circulation, which matters because your brain needs good blood flow to function well. 5. Beets. Beets might not be the first food you think of for brain health, but they're worth your attention. Beets are naturally high in nitrates, and when you eat them, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide helps relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. Why does that matter for the brain? Because better blood flow means more oxygen and glucose reaching brain cells. Some studies have found that older adults who drank beet juice showed improved blood flow to the frontal lobes, the part of the brain involved in planning and decision-making. Now, walnuts. Okay, walnuts aren't exactly a traditional garden plant, but if you have the space for a walnut tree, it's one of the best brain investments you can make. Walnuts have an almost suspiciously high concentration of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. The brain is about 60% fat, and it needs healthy fats to function properly. Walnuts also contain polyphenols, and vitamin E studies have found that regular walnut consumption is associated with better cognitive performance, especially in older adults. Even just a handful a day can make a difference. Sage. Sage is another herb that's earned its place in brain health conversations. Traditional medicine used sage for memory support for centuries, and modern science has started catching up. Sage contains compounds that may inhibit an enzyme called acetylcholinesterase, which breaks down acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter that plays a key role in memory and attention. Research suggests that sage extract may help improve memory recall in healthy adults. That's pretty impressive for a herb you can grow in a small pot on a sunny windowsill. Use it in cooking with roasted vegetables, meats, or infused into butter. Fresh sage has a strong, earthy flavor that adds depth to a lot of dishes. Swiss chard is one of those vegetables that quietly delivers on nutrition without getting much credit. It's high in magnesium, a mineral that plays a key role in learning and memory. Magnesium supports the function of NMDA receptors in the brain, which are involved in synaptic plasticity, basically your brain's ability to form and strengthen connections. Many people over 50 are unknowingly low in magnesium, which can contribute to brain fog and difficulty concentrating. Swiss chard also provides vitamins K, A, and C, as well as iron. It's easy to grow, heat-tolerant, and produces leaves for months. You can sauté it with garlic, add it to soups, or use it anywhere you'd use spinach. 9. Turmeric. Yes, you can grow turmeric. It's a tropical plant that grows beautifully in containers and warmer climates. And when it comes to brain health, turmeric's active compound, curcumin, has been studied extensively. Curcumin is a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. Chronic inflammation is thought to play a significant role in cognitive decline and neurodegenerative disease. Research has also explored curcumin's potential ability to cross the blood-brain barrier, which is what makes it particularly interesting for brain research. Studies have found associations between curcumin consumption and improved memory and mood. To increase absorption, combine turmeric with black pepper, which contains piperine. Add it to soups, curries, rice, or golden milk. Blueberries. Quick question for you. How many of these foods are already growing in your garden? Let us know in the comments. I'd really love to know. Now, strawberries. These popular garden fruits are easy to grow, incredibly rewarding, and genuinely good for your brain. Like blueberries, strawberries contain flavonoids, including a compound called fisetin, which has been studied for its potential role in supporting memory. Fisetin is a flavonoid found in high concentrations in strawberries and has shown interesting results in research related to long-term memory formation. Strawberries are also high in vitamin C, which helps protect the brain from oxidative damage. Just a cup of fresh strawberries delivers more than your daily recommended vitamin C. Grow them in beds, containers, or even hanging baskets. They're one of the most beginner-friendly fruits in the garden. 11. Pumpkin. Every part of the pumpkin plant is useful, but the seeds are particularly impressive for brain health. Pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper. These minerals are essential for nerve signaling and cognitive function. Zinc in particular plays a critical role in memory formation and learning. Magnesium, as we mentioned, supports neural connections. Iron helps carry oxygen to the brain. Pumpkin seeds also contain tryptophan, which the body uses to produce serotonin, a neurotransmitter involved in mood regulation. Roast them lightly with a bit of salt and eat them as a snack. Pumpkins are easy to grow and give you a generous harvest, especially if you have some space to let them spread. Broccoli. Broccoli is one of those vegetables that genuinely earns all the health attention it gets. It's one of the best plant sources of choline, a nutrient that the body uses to produce acetylcholine, that important memory neurotransmitter we mentioned earlier. Broccoli is also high in vitamin K and contains a compound called sulforaphane, which has been studied for its anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective effects. Sulforaphane may help reduce oxidative stress in brain cells and support their overall health. Research in this area is still growing, but the early findings are genuinely exciting. Broccoli is easy to grow in spring and fall gardens. It doesn't love heat, but given the right conditions, it's a reliable and rewarding crop. 13. Green tea plant. Growing your own green tea is possible, and if you have a passion for garden projects, it's a fascinating one. The Camellia sinensis plant is what all true tea comes from. green tea contains two particularly interesting brain-supporting compounds. The first is L-theanine, an amino acid that promotes calm alertness and is often studied for its ability to reduce anxiety while sharpening focus. The second is EGCG, a powerful plant compound associated with neuroprotection. Research suggests that L-theanine and caffeine together, which are both present in green tea, may improve attention and mental performance more effectively than either on its own. Even if you don't grow it yourself, drinking a cup or two daily is worth considering. Avocado. Avocado trees can be grown in warmer climates and make a beautiful addition to any garden. The fruit itself is a fantastic source of healthy monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid. These fats support the myelin sheath, a protective coating around nerve fibers that helps signals travel quickly and efficiently through the brain. Avocados are also high in folate, potassium, and vitamin K. Some research suggests that the healthy fats in avocados may help improve blood flow to the brain. They're also deeply satisfying and filling, which can help you avoid energy crashes that affect concentration and mental clarity. Mash them on toast, slice them into salads, or blend them into creamy sauces. Sunflowers. This one surprises people. Sunflowers aren't just beautiful in the garden. Their seeds are a solid source of vitamin E. Vitamin E is one of the most studied nutrients in brain aging research. It's a fat-soluble antioxidant that helps protect brain cell membranes from oxidative damage. Studies have found associations between higher vitamin E intake and a reduced rate of cognitive decline in older adults. Sunflower seeds also contain selenium, magnesium, and B vitamins. Roast them lightly and eat them as a snack. Add them to salads or press them for sunflower seed butter. Plus, they're gorgeous to grow. A row of sunflowers is one of the most rewarding things you can plant. Garlic. Garlic has been studied for its effects on almost every system in the body, and the brain is no exception. The key compound in garlic, allicin, is released when garlic is crushed or chopped. Allicin has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Research has also explored aged garlic extract specifically for its potential role in supporting memory and reducing markers of cognitive decline. Garlic also supports cardiovascular health, and since what's good for the heart tends to be good for the brain, that connection matters. Growing garlic is one of the most satisfying garden experiences. You plant the cloves in fall and harvest bulbs the following summer. It's nearly hands-off and the yield is generous. 17. Pomegranate. Pomegranate trees and shrubs are surprisingly cold-hardy once established, and the fruit they produce is genuinely impressive from a nutritional standpoint. Pomegranates contain unique compounds called punicolagens and punicic acid. These are found almost exclusively in pomegranates and have powerful antioxidant properties. Research has explored pomegranate juice for its potential to support memory in middle-aged and older adults, with some studies finding improvements in verbal and visual memory after regular consumption. The fruit is also rich in vitamin C and folate. The seeds, called arils, can be eaten fresh or sprinkled over salads and yogurt. The juice can be added to smoothies or drunk on its own. Lemon balm. Lemon balm is a gentle herb in the mint family that's been used in traditional medicine for centuries to support mood and memory. Modern research has started catching up, with studies suggesting that lemon balm extract may help reduce anxiety and improve memory performance. It may also support sleep quality, which is deeply tied to brain health. Poor sleep is one of the biggest contributors to cognitive decline over time. Lemon balm tea before bed is a wonderful evening ritual. The plant is incredibly easy to grow and tends to spread enthusiastically, so consider planting it in a container to keep it manageable. The leaves smell amazing, and it's a natural garden companion. 19. Red cabbage. Don't overlook red cabbage. The deep purple color comes from anthocyanins, the same family of plant pigments found in blueberries. These compounds have been studied for their role in reducing oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain. Red cabbage is also one of the highest plant sources of vitamin C outside of citrus fruits. It provides vitamin K, fiber, and a range of B vitamins that support healthy nerve function. You can ferment it into sauerkraut, which adds the extra benefit of probiotics, and there's growing evidence that gut health and brain health are closely connected. Tomatoes. And the last food on this list is one most people already love. Tomatoes. They're one of the most commonly grown garden vegetables in the world, and they're worth growing for your brain as much as anything else. Tomatoes are one of the richest sources of lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that gives tomatoes their red color. Lycopene has been studied for its ability to protect brain cells from oxidative damage, and some research has associated higher lycopene intake with a lower risk of cognitive decline. Tomatoes also contain folate, potassium, and vitamins C and K. Cooked tomatoes actually release more lycopene than raw ones, so tomato sauce, roasted tomatoes, and soups are particularly beneficial. Grow cherry tomatoes if you're new to gardening. They're incredibly easy and prolific.